Welcome to the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. This is your go-to resource for personal growth, mastering communication, and influencing and persuasion techniques that will help you unleash the full potential of yourself and others. Here is your host, Alex Morgan.
Welcome to another episode of the Hyper Growth Zone podcast. My name is Alex Morgan, and I'm a master trainer of hypnosis and NLP. And in this episode, I'm going to tell you how you can completely change your mind. However, you don't have to think of it as something that's so deep and challenging. It's not even that difficult of a process. So what if you could focus on certain things and your focus could really, truly give you whatever it is that you want so that you could change your mind and change your results? Now, the thing that you should consider when listening to this episode is that you are in charge of your mind and your results. And I'm in charge of my mind and my results. So as you're sitting there listening to me or wherever you are listening, know that I'm going to do everything that I can to tell you exactly why you should do this, how you can do this, what you should really do. However, it's up to you and your mind to change for yourself. And the wonderful thing is I'm going to use certain language throughout this episode, and maybe I have used it already. And you may find that when I use certain language, that you're going to be listening with your unconscious mind. And as you listen with your unconscious mind, guess what? Your unconscious mind is where all change, behavior, habits, and learning is. So I'm sure that as you listen, you'll gain plenty of new insights and understandings, and maybe you're already noticing that you're changing your mind already. Because oftentimes the easiest way to change your mind is when a person is able to consider things that they've never considered yet. And one of the ways to do that is to deeply reflect within yourself of why you really want to change your mind. If you can understand why you want to do something, oftentimes this is really one of the first and most crucial steps. Do you want to change your mind so you can just feel better, be more fulfilled, more satisfaction, more freedom? This allows you to also align with your true values, doesn't it? So why do you want to change your mind? Ask yourself, what's most important to me about changing your mind? And notice what answers you have. Maybe it's to be better with your family. Maybe it's to create a new personal purpose or have a new mission statement so you can really help yourself. And along with helping yourself, oftentimes we're able to help other people, aren't we? So think about why before you even really decide what you want to change. Know why you want to make that change. And that will make it a whole lot easier because you'll have self-awareness. And this will help you really define your ideal self, won't it? So in order to change your mind, you want to think about and visualize, see, hear, and feel who you want to become. Now, it's not just seeing this person. It's really spending thinking time with your unconscious mind, asking yourself, who is my ideal self? What values is this person going to have? What beliefs is this person going to have? What habits is this person going to have? What's the environment that this person lives in? What kind of lifestyle would your ideal self have? This new version of you, the best version of you, your ideal self. What kind of lifestyle, values, habits, beliefs? What would those be? And be really specific. Write down different values. Write down different habits. Write down different empowering and resourceful beliefs. And what does your ideal lifestyle look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? What would you do differently? If you could change one thing right now to change your mind and become your ideal self, what would that be? And let's say that you used to have challenges in the past. Really, those are opportunities for expansion. So how would you handle those opportunities for expansion? What would you do? Because when you create this clear vision, this helps you make decisions. It helps you take action. It allows you to focus on what you want and implement everything that you want to do, all the thinking that you have. It helps you so much. And it helps you do this with purpose because you already understand why you're changing your mind. So it's almost like you have this inner compass that guides you exactly where you want to go. Because how many people have you come across in your life? It's like they have a map out and they understand that there's some sort of destination that they need to go on this map. And they're telling you how they're going to get there. And you're thinking, I'm not sure if this makes much sense. And then over time, you notice that they're trying to get there. And later, they're trying to get there. And later, they're trying to get there again. The thing is they keep trying to get there in the exact same way when they first started. However, it's not allowing them to get there. There's always other ways to get there, isn't it? And that starts with everything inside of you that I mentioned already. Your values, your beliefs, your habits, and all those things, your behaviors. What kind of lifestyle are you going to have? And let that inner compass, when you have those values, you have those beliefs, that's going to form alignment inside of you so that you can truly achieve what you want. You can create the change easily and effortlessly. Because the more you live with these values and these beliefs, guess what? Success happens automatically and naturally. All you have to do is really think about the things and experiences that you want. And the environment around you, it's going to be ideal because this new version of your lifestyle, you're going to be so specific about it that you'll start to notice things. And the wonderful thing is when you start to notice things and you start to change your mind, is your unconscious mind, it generalizes. So what does that mean? Well, let's say you start to have success in this new lifestyle of yours in a specific area. So let's say that you start to have success in your business, and this starts to feel so good. You're networking so well, you're getting new customers, you're making more sales, your marketing is better, whatever it is, whatever you do in your business, your career, anything. Imagine something going so well, it's going ideal for you. And because of this success in your business, you start to think about the lifestyle that you want to have with your family, with your friends, with travel, with things that you want to do, experiences. See how the unconscious mind generalizes? Success starts to happen only in business. And you immediately start thinking about, how can I have this success with my relationships, my personal development, my leisure time, the travel I want to do, health and fitness, whatever it is. You can grow much more than you think when your unconscious mind generalizes. So changing yourself, I already talked about the beliefs inside of you. So probably one of the things that you want to believe is that you need to adopt a hyper-growth mindset. There's the comfort zone, there's the growth zone, and the hyper-growth zone. And I'm sure if you're listening to this, you want to get to the hyper-growth zone. So changing yourself and changing your mind, all that you need is to decide that you want to do that and have that belief that you can change, and then give yourself permission that you can change. You already have a lot of things going for you. Because if you think about it, a lot of people, they may not have millions and millions of dollars. However, you have plenty of assets inside of you that can make millions of dollars, that can make your dream lifestyle come true, that can make you easily change your mind. So if you want to change your mind, think about the people that you want to be around that will help you have this hyper-growth mindset. Think about the skills that you have inside of you. all those skills that you may have been deleting from your awareness because you weren't focusing on them. Think about the resources that you have inside of yourself. And then think about the mentality that you want to have to change your mind. A lot of times, you've had plenty of success over your life, plenty of successes. How often do you actually think about the success that you've had? You probably don't think about the success you have as much as you really want to. So if you were to think about that success, think about what did you do? Who was there to help you? What skills did you use? What resources did you use? What thinking did you use to have this amount of success? And anytime something is in the way of success, these resources, these skills, this mentality, the network that you have, guess what? That thinking that you have, it will allow you to expand right past it. So you need to believe that you can change, and that'll allow you to change your mind. And when you change your mind, it makes it much easier to duplicate success over and over and to change your mind over and over. Understand that this is a continuous process. I don't want you to change your mind because you're listening to this one episode. There's plenty of other episodes that you can listen to change your mind. And I don't even want you to change your mind only from listening to a podcast. Go out there and talk to different people. Be around different people. Imagine your dream lifestyle all the time. Imagine yourself changing your mind continuously. You can change your mind every single day when you wake up, because you can't solve certain things, certain problems with the same thinking that created it. So imagine that. What do you need to solve problems? You just need better thinking. And the more you change your mind, the better thinking you have. And the better thinking you have, this will allow you to continuously change your mind, and that makes success easy and effortless for you, doesn't it? And another way to really change your mind, sounds pretty good to think of another way, doesn't it? You need to seek new experiences, new perspectives. When's the last time that you exposed yourself? You took part in something that was completely new. It was a new idea that you have, or you hung around a new person. You took a chance. You took a risk. You put yourself in a different environment that would show you that there's plenty of other experiences and perspectives out there. When's the last time that you did that? Because a lot of times when you seek out new experiences and new perspectives, well, it's pretty obvious that those are going to expand the perspectives that you have now. This can be through many different things: meeting new people, coming up with new ideas, spending thinking time, just asking yourself, what kind of experiences, what kind of perspectives can I change to achieve my goals? You can do this through some of your most favorite activities. You can do it with reading. You can do it with writing. You can do it with traveling, meeting new people, learning something new. Change is much more easy for you when you start to see your reality change and you start to see the people around you change, because essentially the reality that you're in, it's a mirror. So if you're seeing certain things in your reality that you don't want to see, chances are it's something that you need to change in yourself, especially if you have negative emotions about this thing. So if you have negative emotions about this thing inside of yourself, then you need to make that change. And you can do that through seeking new experiences and perspectives and different things that I just mentioned. Another way is you need to be around people. So if you're going to seek out new people along with these experiences and perspectives, if you really want to change, then you need to be around people that are going to hold yourself accountable. They're going to be willing to support you, because all part of changing your mind is holding yourself accountable. One of the first things for success, one of the first things that I always tell students, clients, people that I meet, if you really want to be successful, the first thing that you need to do is you need to take accountability. You need to take responsibility. How can you really achieve success, or how can you really achieve true freedom if you don't take responsibility? This is a dilemma, an internal conflict that a lot of people in business face. They want to have that true freedom of having their own business. However, once they notice that they have their own business, they think that they have so much responsibility and they have to do a lot of the things themselves. However, without responsibility and without having any of those responsibilities, how can you really have true freedom? Because if you're pointing the finger outside of yourself and blaming things on other people and you're not taking responsibility, how can you truly be free when you're giving other people your personal power? So make sure that you take your personal power and you have it so that you can be in charge of your mind and your results. Remember, I said this at the beginning of the episode. You are in charge of your mind and your results. That means that I'm in charge of my mind and my results. So as you continue to listen, you may find that you want to take even more charge of your mind and your results. And one of the things that I want to say, the easiest way to change your mind is you need to have behavioral flexibility. You need to have emotional mastery, and you want to reflect on the progress that you have. This will allow you to be flexible, check in with your emotional mastery, and will allow you to adjust. Because if you're not reflecting on what you're doing, then you're not necessarily knowing exactly what changes that you want to make. Because if you have no idea what's not working or what is working, how are you going to know what to change? So the more that you self-reflect, the more feedback you can give yourself. And there's no failure, there's only feedback. So if you think that you're self-reflecting and things aren't going how you thought they would, that's fine. Give yourself some internal feedback, and guess what? That means that your approach is going to be so fine-tuned that you're going to be able to create so much change. It's going to be so easy and so effortless for you. So you want to stay intentional. You want to stay curious. You want to be excited about the changes that you're going to make now that you have all of these learnings, all of these insights. Now that you have really an easy way to communicate with your own unconscious mind where all change takes place. So if you can really do anything in the coming seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, years, however long you want to implement this, know that your unconscious mind is way smarter than you think. And if you apply that really smart unconscious mind, and you're really curious about everything, and you set intentions along with that curiosity, then I know that you can truly create the environment that you want to be in so that you can continuously change. Remember, you don't want to change only now. You're going to love change so much that change is going to happen automatically and naturally for you. You're just going to notice over time that you change so much and everything becomes easier. Because remember, the unconscious mind, it loves to generalize. So focus on one area of your life. Focus on bringing success there. And remember the skills, the resources, the people, and your thinking that got you that success. And then think about how you can apply all of those things to other areas of your life. And your unconscious mind will start to generalize the success there. So really, if there's one thing or many things, or even too many things that you can take from this episode, let your unconscious mind generalize success. Because I know that you want to have success if you're listening to this. So you might as well make it easy for you. And know that success is here, and you might as well be ready for it And an easy way to be ready for it is to change your mind and know that you are in charge of your mind. So thanks so much for listening. Wherever you are listening, go ahead and rate the podcast. It really helps get into the mind of so many others. And if you have any recommendations of what you'd like to hear next, just go ahead and reach out to me. All my information will be in the description of the episode. And if you want guidance on anything, go ahead and reach out to me. We can schedule a time to chat. I really love sharing these things and hearing people's feedback. So definitely reach out. It really helps me keep making these episodes. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope to see you on the next episode.